Hello, my name is Johnny Applad, and today we're going to be doing something different. To celebrate my 50th subscriber, I will be doing a how to bake your own apple tart video. So, basically it's going to be a recipe video, and here's what you're going to need. You're going to need one of these puff pastries. It comes in boxes of 2, but I'm just going to use 1. So you can get a box and then make 2 of these. You're going to need 4 apples of your choice. They can be any kind of apple you'd like. I would recommend Granny Smith or Honeycrisp, but I decided I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So I have 1 Granny Smith, 1 Honeycrisp, 1 Gala, and 1 Fuji. You're going to need about half a cup of sugar, apricot preserves, and half a stick of butter. So the first thing we need to do, you will also need an oven. If you don't have that, you're kind of screwed. Now, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and start to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now, depending on how long it takes to preheat your oven, you can start this later in your endeavor, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's preheating to 400 degrees because mine takes forever. Next thing you want to do is get a sheet pan and layer it with parchment paper or foil and a pinch. Yeah, I didn't have any parchment paper, so I just used foil. And then lay out your puff pastry on there, which is this. After you get that all set up, usually go ahead, make sure that your apples are ready to be cut and used. And what you're going to want to do with these apples is you're going to want to slice them into medium width slices. Now, I just so happen to have this nifty little tool here that should help me get this all cut up. Alright, now that we've got all of our apples cut up into thin slices, we're going to go ahead and start lining them on the pastry. If you use the tool like I did, you will want to make sure that you don't accidentally put any seeds on there. So we just start layering it. Alright, now that we have it all layered on, it should look something like this. All that stuff on the top is just extra shavings that I had. I ended up having too much apple, not necessarily enough pastry. But yeah, once you have all these apples on here and layered in a way that you like, go ahead and sprinkle in your 1/2 cup. Your 1/2 cup of sugar, I should say. Not just a 1/2 cup of anything. Don't put flour on it. That'd be nasty. Dang, that looks like a lot of sugar once it's on there. That's fine though. Sugar never killed anybody, I don't think, probably, maybe, unless they're diabetic. Sorry for all the diabetics out there. You know, okay, first off, right now what I'm doing is taking the half stick of butter and dicing it into small pieces. But what I was about to say was, I had a friend growing up who was diabetic, and without fail, at least once a day, he'd make a joke about his broken pancreas. Just goes to show you that humor is the best coping mechanism. But anyways, yes, what you want to be doing right now is dicing your butter into small little tiny pieces. They don't necessarily have to be tiny, but what I'm doing is cutting it into 32 pieces altogether. So how I did that was I just cut it into 4 squares and then cut the squares into fourths. Anyway, once you have all that set up, go ahead and put the butter on the pastries. Just spread out. So you want to put it on top of the apples, just in a way that's very spread out. But once you have that all set up, you have the option to add a little bit of cinnamon, which I'm gonna do, but you don't necessarily have to. Cinnamon. Now, if you want to get real chefy, you're not actually supposed to apply seasoning like that straight out of the seasoning bottle. You're supposed to put it in your hand and then sprinkle it. Kind of like, you know, the Salt Bay meme. Now you shove it into the oven and wait until it's all nice and good. It should only take about 40 minutes. Anyways, while this is baking, I didn't really expect this channel to ever get so much, I never expected it to gain so much traction. And I know I don't have a lot. I only have 50 subs, but I'm grateful for every single one of them. You are all my seedlings. But still, I didn't expect it to ever grow to this magnitude. I only expected to have maybe 4 or 5 subs, which would just be my closest friends. But I was very pleasantly surprised. Now I have subscribers who, some of which I don't even know. And like, I know that shouldn't be a big deal, but it kinda is. But yeah, I wanted to just thank you all for all the support. And I wanted to give a shout out to somebody in particular who was my first subscriber, whom I will be giving a pin name. But I wanted to give a special shout out to Samuel Calico. He'll know who he is. Because he has been there since day one and supporting me on this channel. And I wanted to go ahead and return the favor. So, if you guys like watching people stream video games, my buddy, aforementioned, he actually streams his video game stuff on Mixer, and his name is Starbomb32. I'll try to leave a link in the description if I can figure it out. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to him. Hi, Sam. But anyways, yeah, that's Starbomb32. I'll leave it in the description. Moving on from that subject, I'm excited for the future of this channel, as I want you guys to be, because I'm one guy, and so far you guys are 50 people out there. You guys are more of this channel than I am, so that's why I think it's important to ask, what do you want to see? What do you think I should be doing better? What improvements do you want to see? That being said, I know that one of the worst parts of this channel is my setup, my equipment, and that's just because equipment can be expensive. I'm a university student, and sometimes money can be tight. So yeah, I just use a laptop, but it gets the job done. But other than that, I'm really curious to see, what do you guys want me to start doing? I'd like to keep it Apple or review related, but yeah, no. Like I thought about starting another review video chain for different kinds of fruit, but I mean, I haven't even gotten that far into apples yet. You know, there's like, I think 2,500 apples available in the United States alone, and altogether I'm pretty sure they have 7,500 apples in the world. 7,500 different kinds of apples, which is a pretty daunting task, but I'm gonna try to do my best to cover it all for y'all. But yeah, anyways, we'll just keep waiting on this this tart to get done, and I want to encourage you guys to say hello in the comments. I try to respond to everybody. I want my channel to have a humanitarian kind of vibe to it. I want it to be human. I want you to feel like I'm human. I'm not just a guy on a screen talking about apples. I'm your friend talking about apples. So talk to me back. Say hello, and I'll try to get to your comment. Out of the oven, you should melt some apricot jam in a small container like this one, and you use it as your glaze. So I'm just using a spoon. If you really wanted to, you could probably use a brush, like one of those grill brushes, or a pastry brush. But yeah, now you just add this. Make sure to spread it evenly. You don't want to just take bites where it's basically all apricot jam and bites where there's none of it. But yeah, this is a really easy dessert. It takes an hour or less to make it, and an hour or less when you're more used to the process of making it, and it's just so good. I mean, apples are truly God's / nature's dessert. You just gotta know how to prepare them. Now, what some people might tell you to do, and I will not say they're wrong, they're probably right. I just didn't really think to do this time, but some people might tell you to put some lemon juice on your pastry, or on the apples on your pastry, because lemon juice actually helps preserve the apple and keep it fresher longer. Anyways, once this is all spread out, you just cut it up and enjoy it. Alright, let's see how this tastes. It's like an apple pie without all the effort. 10 out of 10 would recommend. The texture, delicioso. It's got that gooiness with the preserves, the crispiness with the bottom of the pastry, and the puffiness with the top of the pastry. The flavor, for me, is pretty good too. I've got a mix of different apples in this, so I can't taste one particular apple, but they all come together in this to really shine. Well, thank you all for joining me, and I am very, very excited to see the future of this channel and grow this channel with you. Anyways, have a good day, and tune in next time with me, your friend, Johnny Applelad.